And we need to recognize that, and he deserves to be seen, and he deserves a mega fight. This is why we look at Dana White and we love the UFC so much, because of what Dana White has meant to it. Because the number one gift that Dana White brings to the table, that he will make sure that if you want to see a fight, if the public at large wants to see a fight, he will prioritize making sure you get to see that fight. That's Dana White. The promoters have hijacked boxing, and as a result, they deny us the opportunity to see these great guys in mega fights, and it's a damn shame. That's why Jake Paul is so relevant.
I think it's Cap. I don't think he's actually retiring, but it's a smart move by him.
Terence Crawford was ducked at 135. He was ducked at 140. He was ducked at 147. Then after leaving 147, he beats Canelo. Now he's the man. He finally got to, I'm the number one draw in boxing status, and he never fought. If this retirement stays, he'll never fight again afterwards. Mm-hmm. It's tough because at 38 years old, that's when he reached that peak. If he fought for another 3 years, maybe we could have that conversation, and I think it'd be undisputed. I do think, though,
what really pushed one of boxing's all-time greats to step away from the sport? The answer may surprise you, as Stephen A. Smith delivers a harsh but honest breakdown of boxing's flawed system and why serious change is needed. Since Terence Crawford announced his retirement, the boxing world has been locked in debate. Fans, analysts, and fighters remain divided on whether he walked away too soon. Many believe Crawford still had more to achieve inside the ring. However, former champion Andre Ward has completely shut down that criticism. Ward argues that anyone questioning Crawford's legacy doesn't truly understand the sport. In his view, Terence Crawford has already accomplished everything a fighter could hope for and owes nothing to anyone.
I've never seen nothing like this in the sport of boxing. If you see responses from fans, they don't even argue who's better anymore. They're arguing who's the A side and who's not. Who's a draw and who. Y'all don't know a left hook from a fish hook, and you talking about who's the draw and who's the A side. That's the point that I'm making. It's not about proving. When you say young fighters don't want to prove, and there's still a few out there, and I think the Terence Crawfords of the world, I think he's one of the last of a dying breed. When you say prove, question is prove to who? Because if I can prove to my 500, 1 million, 2 million, 4 million followers, as long as they believe that I'm a god.
Many boxing supporters feel Terence Crawford stepped away too soon and still want to see him take on their favorite matchups. Andre Ward, however, strongly disagrees. He believes a fighter's legacy isn't determined by fan demands, but by the respect earned from true peers within the sport. According to Ward, if Crawford's coaches, trainers, and family stand behind his choice, then outside opinions don't really matter. In the end, fan expectations carry less weight than the judgment of those who know the fighter best.
People who know the fighter best.
And that I'm him, and that I've done enough, and everybody's ducking me. That's enough. That's the validation that helps cats sleep good at night.
Yeah.
The validation that yourself, myself, and other people was number one, me. I gotta feel comfortable living with me. I gotta walk around and live with myself and be like, bruh, are you really him? Then it's my people, my coach, my goddaddy, my circle. I gotta look my kids in the face and I want them to know that my daddy the best fighter in the world. The real answer is, what do your peers say about you? How do they feel about you? Because most of the time, unless there's some personal stuff going on, a fighter gonna keep it 100. Yep. Fans can say what they want to say. You didn't fight nobody. A fighter will come in and say, you tripping. He fought this guy, that guy, this.
Perspective, it was the ideal way to walk away. Terence Crawford's exit after facing Canelo closed the chapter perfectly, leaving no unanswered questions. Ward also responded to earlier remarks from Max Kellerman, who claimed Crawford should still face David Benavidez or Jaron Boots Ennis, an argument Ward says doesn't add up. Addressing all criticism, Ward emphasized that Crawford's impact and achievements in boxing are already more than sufficient. There's no remaining opponent he needs to face and nothing left for him to prove.
Personally, I wouldn't be mad if I never see Terence fight again. That the way he performed, getting ready to be 38, I think, in a few days. Man, what better way to go out? What better way to tell the game goodbye? What better way? Who you gonna fight? I was arguing with Max on the way to the venue about Boots Ennis. Nah, we don't go fight Canelo and then go back and fight Boots Ennis. I saw a report today. Somebody was talking about him going up to light heavyweight. Nah, we don't go up to light heavyweight. We just went up 3 weight classes since the Spence fight and 2 weight classes since the Madrimov fight, my last fight. This is the perfect.
Stephen A. Smith shares a similar understanding. While he respects Terence Crawford's choice to step away, he points out that Crawford's name keeps getting dragged into discussions about potential opponents, much like what happened with Floyd Mayweather in his era. Even though ending his career with a showdown against Canelo would represent a perfect high point for his legacy, the conversation hasn't died down. The rumors persist, and the chatter surrounding his future only continues to grow.
A champion personified, undefeated, spectacular in a lot of different ways. Listen, the bottom line is he's special. Pound for pound, he's the best in the world at this particular moment in time. There is no doubt about it, and he's going out on top. He deserves it. And now it's going to warrant questions. What would he have done as a welterweight? Let's say, for example, if he was going against somebody like a Floyd Money Mayweather, if he was going up against a Sugar Ray Leonard or a Tommy the Hitman Hearns and people like that. He's in that conversation where you're asking those questions. Some people would pick him to win. Others would say no because his boxing brilliance is undeniable. And for him to go out and to step up to super middleweight and to beat Saul Canelo Alvarez says a lot about him. The only thing that I would say is that I really, really wish there were 2 fighters that I wish that he had fought.
While fully respecting Terence Crawford, Stephen A. Smith admits there are still 2 particular opponents he personally would have loved to see him face. He makes it clear that he isn't challenging the validity of Crawford's retirement, but rather acknowledging the debate that continues within the boxing world. According to Smith, a select few fighters have reached a level where they truly earned the chance to share the ring with Crawford. And those are the matchups he wishes fans had the opportunity to witness.
That I wished that he had fought. I wish that he had fought the Charlo at the junior middleweight division because obviously they don't like him. They love Errol Spence, and he destroyed Errol Spence. I would have liked to see him fight those guys, one of them anyway. And I definitely think that a guy by the name of Jaron Boots Ennis at the welterweight division, you're going to hear a lot about him in the future. Doggy, Peter, the reason why people don't hear more about him is because people won't fight him. At some point in time, when you are spectacular, as Jaron Boots Ennis is, you deserve a mega.
Stephen A. Smith argues that boxing promoters have taken control of the sport in a way that blocks the matchups fans actually want. From his perspective, Terence Crawford's retirement, especially coming after he was stripped of a title, raises serious concerns about the sport's credibility. He suggests that a figure like Dana White, someone capable of delivering the fights audiences demand, could be part of a needed fix. While Smith fully respects Crawford's decision to walk away, he questions why it happened at a moment when fighters such as David Benavidez and Jaron Boots Ennis, who deserve real opportunities against him, are instead forced to move between weight classes without getting that chance. He calls it a disappointment and a clear sign of boxing's broken system.
Jack, boxing, and as a result, they deny us the opportunity to see these great guys in mega fights, and it's a damn shame. That's why Jake Paul is so relevant, because he's found a way to bypass promoters and make money in the boxing rings instead of being a prisoner to the promoters. Even though he didn't fight anybody, he's about to fight Anthony Joshua, and we'll see what happens with that. Anthony Joshua should knock him into tomorrow because he's the bigger fighter with incredible power, but he's got a glass jaw. So if Jake Paul catches him, who knows? But we want to see the fights that we want to see when we want to see them. And boxing doesn't give us that. And 2 people who have suffered the most is Jaron Boots Ennis and David.
Sharing his thoughts on Terence Crawford's exit from boxing, Stephen A. Smith says the real blame should be placed on the promoters who repeatedly failed to deliver the fights fans wanted. He believes Crawford operated on a level above those decision makers and never compromised his integrity. Smith praises Crawford for providing fans with an unforgettable career and for walking away on top, finishing with a powerful and memorable final performance.
But that's not Terence Crawford's fault. He's taken on all comers and he's taken all of them out. He is spectacular. He's the best pound for pound. He's been a tribute and a testament to the sport of boxing, and he should be not just applauded, not just celebrated, but revered because he's that special. My props to him if indeed this is it and we'll never see him fighting again. Thank you for all you've done for boxing, Terence Crawford, because he never...
Then came the response from the ever-controversial Jake Paul, who says Terence Crawford stepping away is actually a smart decision. He dismisses the situation as cap and goes even further by claiming he is completely ready to fight Crawford. Paul even suggests a matchup is essentially locked in for next year and promises fans will see it happen. Until then, he insists that Crawford isn't truly retired at all.
It's cap. I don't think he's actually retiring, but it's a smart move by him.
Are you going to pull him out of retirement and you're going to face Terence Bud Crawford?
I'll fight Crawford 100% next year. He already was down this year, but we're going to make it happen.
Beyond all the debates, Terence Crawford's legacy is celebrated by Amir Khan, who fondly recalls the moments he shared with him. Khan highlights how Crawford always arrived fully prepared for fights and treated everyone outside the ring with consistent respect. In his eyes, Crawford's combination of talent and character sets him apart from anyone else, even fighters like Floyd Mayweather. Khan believes Crawford will be remembered as a true legend for generations to come.